to start out with crunches. Crunches is a good place to start. Whew. Hands up, legs out, get that lower back down on the floor, and release. Start out easy. Roll that lower back down by squeezing the lower abs, not using the glutes. Don't squeeze the butt to get the back down on the floor. This is all rolling the hip up into the front, lengthening out that spine, getting that lower back down. And start bringing the arms up, shoulders up. Again, how high your shoulders come up is up to you, up to what you've got for strength, what you've got for that upper core. Little by little, you'll get stronger, you'll get up there higher. But you start with what you're able to do, because if you don't, you're going to start dropping form, and you're going to be bringing that chin to the chest and trying to reach up by rolling the back up. And we don't want that. This is all core. Squeeze it tight. Hold in that up position. Keep those contracted. Those muscles contracted in the upper abs. And back down. Again, up. Exhale. Want to get that core nice and tight. Getting all the air out of the lungs. Tightening up those abs. Pushing up on the diaphragm. And back down one more time. Bring it up. Squeeze it. Hold it. And back. Down again, arms out to the side. We're going to take the legs, cross the legs, right over left. Little bend in the knees, bring the legs up, working those lower abs, just to warm up. And back down, concentrate on the lower back. If you need to keep the lower back on the floor, bend the knees, getting the heels in closer to the body. Down and up. Don't go all the way to the top. Up there is a rest. You don't want that. Working the lower abs, so keep them low, about a quarter of the way up. Hold, and back down again, really focusing on that lower back, which is focusing on the lower abs by extending out. And up. Switch legs, switch ankles, other one over the top. So you can't help but the bottom leg is going to help that top leg up. This is why this is a warm-up exercise. Up. We're not putting all the work into the lower abs. Getting a little help so that lower back stays close to the floor. Up. Quarter of the way up. Hold. And back down 2 more times. Up. And back down. Last one. Up. And back down. And suitcase crunch. Arms and legs both come up. Let's see if I can get this out of my mouth. All right, so up, squeeze it, shoulders up, legs up, and back down again. Go into a crook position, feet flat on the floor, knees up. Bring it up in a tuck, getting a reverse crunch in there. Squeeze it, hold it, feeling the uppers and lowers. Again, up, exhale, all the air out. Feel those muscles tighten up. They're going to want to cramp up. You come out right before that happens. Back up. You want that feeling that you get why you hated crunches. You want to get right to that point, hold it for a couple counts, and then back down. So you want to be in that, I hate crunches place for about 2 seconds. Holding it, let the muscles break down, and then back down again, a couple more. Up, full exhale. And back down, last one. Up. Get that tailbone up off the floor, shoulders right up towards the ceiling, and back down. Keep the knees up. Coming up into that crunch, bring the arms down, rolling the shoulders, reach out, rolling the shoulder blades down, reaching into the outside of that left leg, and back. Keep the shoulders up off the floor, keep the core tight. Up. As you come up and roll the shoulders, go into the other side. We're alternating. You're still looking at the ceiling. You're looking up. You're kind of doing just a crunch. The arms, the shoulders are rotating. Arms through the shoulder blades, driving down and back up. That's how you feel those obliques work. Straight up, keeping all these muscles tight, upper and lower abs. And it's in rolling those shoulders, rolling the shoulder blades down towards the hips, holding it for a couple counts, and then coming back. Other side up. Eyes on the ceiling. Rolling just the shoulder blades. Lower back stays flat on the floor. No twisting. And other side again. Up Squeeze it. Hold it. And come back. Again, you keep pointing toward the ceiling. Don't let the shoulders hit the floor. And one more time each side. I want you to really feel those obliques engage. Coming down, run those shoulder blades down, reach down. So these are going to be pretty easy, simple exercises, common exercises that we do for the core. But I really want you to focus on getting the right set of muscles engaged. And that is always taking those core muscles and tightening them up. Getting that lower back on the floor will always engage the lower abs. All right, next, tucks. Arms out to the side, feet up, alternating one in and one out. It's like the lower half of a bicycle only. Out and out. What you can do is if you want, you can get those upper abs involved by bringing the shoulder blades up off the floor, reaching right for the ceiling. Out. Keep the legs low. If you go high, this is a lot easier. Keep the legs right above the floor, keeping that lower back down. And you really feel those lower abs engage. Upper abs too, just like you do in the suitcase crunch. Out. Out. Tuck. And in. A couple more. And you're there. All right. We're going to go back to that bicycle, hand behind the head. Roll the elbows out as far as they will go, shoulder blades back. Get into that tuck position we just did. As the elbow comes in, reach, elbow to knee, and back down, up, squeeze it, and back. Keep the shoulder blades up, keep the lower back down, and make that rotation through the shoulders only, and you're going to feel this all the way through the core. As you get to the top, when that knee comes in, give it one last crunch. Bringing those shoulders up just a little bit higher, getting that tailbone up off the floor. And it'll give you that feeling that why you hate crunches. Up and back out. Chin up towards the ceiling. Keep your eyes on the ceiling. Don't look at the knees. Up. Around. Squeeze it. Up. I'm working here. Squeeze. Other side. One more each side. Up. Hold. And up. And hold. It is in that hold, in that contracted position in the core, that you are going to feel all the work. All right, starting out, just bringing the legs out. So extended, legs extended, feet side by side. Don't let them touch each other. Arms out to the side to start out with. Up, hold, and back down again. Don't let the feet touch the floor. So it's up and back down. A little bend in the knee, as much as you need to keep that lower back tight on the floor or just above it. Arms up over the shoulders. As the legs come up, you're going to reach toward the feet, but at a V. So at a diagonal. Legs stop about a quarter of the way up. Hands reach, and then back out again. Hands stay over the shoulders. Up. Legs stop at about a quarter of the way up. Reach through, and back out. Upper abs heavily engaged in this one. Squeeze. Keeping that lower back on the floor. Keeps those lower abs engaged. Up, tight, and back out again. V up. Keep the feet apart. Don't let the strong leg help the weak leg. Up. Make the weak leg be as strong as the strong leg. Balance in all things. Reach. Shoulders up off the floor one more time. Down and up. Whew. All right. Nice and easy. Toe taps, which is a march basically. So just cool off a little bit here. Bring the feet up. If you can, start bringing those heels up and then just tap the toes. Down. You're going to feel the calves engage. Get a little cramp in them maybe, and just bring them up. Arms out to the side, arms over the top, doesn't matter. When you pick that leg up, you're going to want to twist. You have to tighten up those core muscles, keeping the back on the floor. Working those transverse abdominals, the one from side to side. Keeping those hips from twisting. And up, and up. Progress this. Left leg up, right leg up, left leg down, right leg down. Up into tabletop, back down. Tap the toes, bring them up. Knees over the ankles, stop there. Up and up, and back down. Keep that lower back on the floor. Up, and back down. Up, squeeze, hold, and back down. Up, full tabletop, back down, and up, down, and up. So tap the toe, bring it up, stay in the tabletop. Down, up, down, back up. Knees over the hips, and up, down, up. Nothing to this. Alternating toe tap. Reach with that toe. Feel the hips, feel the quads, and down. Starting out, hands to the side to make sure that you don't hurt the lower back. We're going to do a double toe tap. So feet up into that tabletop, both come down, keeping that lower back flat on the floor, and up. Stop when the knees are above the hips. Don't tuck. Down, up. We start tucking, we start giving those hips a break, and we don't want that, those hip flexors. Up, hold them in place. Quadriceps, front of the hips. Up, tap just the toes. Come down slow, keeping lower back on the floor. Tap, and back up again. Down, and up. And bring it up. A couple more times. Really getting into the front of those hips. Down, and up. Legs down. Back up into that tabletop. Grab onto the back of the thighs. To start out, knees stay at 90. Legs up and back down. So we're working those quadriceps again, doing a knee extension out and down. When you're ready, let go. Need to give those hip flexors just a little bit of a break. Extend at the knees. Don't let the legs touch. Feet stay apart. Up, straight down. Knees stay right over the hips. Up, feel the quadriceps on this one. Front of the thighs doing all the work. Contracting to lift that lower leg. And back down. Stop. Knees at 90. Back up. Don't let those legs come down. If you just let them drop, all of a sudden the quadriceps are doing nothing. And they're going like, why are we even here? What's the purpose? So let's keep them engaged, keep them involved. And back down. 5 more. Up. Hold. Back down. 4. Up. And back down. Bring the shoulders up off the floor. 3. Get the upper abs involved. 2. And down. Last one. Up. Hold. Feet down. Feet apart. We're going to reach through. This is a reach through crunch. Shoulders up to the ceiling. And back down. Up. Squeeze it. And back down. If you want, here's what you can do. You can go up and do a pulse. Squeeze, roll the shoulder blades down, release, right back into it again. Down and up. Squeeze that lower back onto the floor. Take those lower abs, bringing the shoulders right up to the ceiling. If you lean, and that's what I was doing, I didn't feel it. Chin, eyes right on the ceiling as you do this. Get those lower or those upper abs involved by squeezing. Coming right straight up, not a roll, and back down, up. Going to hold for 5 seconds in that crunch position. Up, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. 10 seconds, take it up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, squeeze the core. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. 20 seconds. In a hold. Up, squeeze it. Stay right there. Get those shoulders up as high as you can. Really tighten up those upper abs. Exhale. Get all the air out of the lungs. 10 seconds in. 10 to go. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Down. Down. Definitely down. All right. On your side. Knees bent. Starting out nice and easy. Up. Squeeze. Remember, we haven't done these in a while. Elbow on the ground is nothing more than to keep the spine straight. You're not pushing through the elbow to get the upper body up. You're taking these muscles on the outside of the core, those obliques, tightening them up, rolling the shoulder blade down toward the hips, feeling all these muscles engaged from the top of the hip all the way up to the rib cage, squeezing it, and then coming back down again. So it's up, squeeze it, hold it, and down. Same thing, you're looking right out in front of you, tightening up all those core muscles. You are right on that hip bone, perpendicular to the floor. Up, squeeze it. Man, it's been a long time since we've done side crunches. Down, up, squeeze it, hold it, stay in there, and back down. Couple more. Up. Longer you can hold it, the more you're going to feel those muscles tighten up. Again, you want it to feel like you don't want to be doing this exercise. 3, 2, 1, and back down. Legs extended. Hand, top hand, like a mousetrappy thing on top, right here. Fingers on the ground, spidery. And lift the legs up. The reason you've got the hand in front is so you do not roll forward, because you are going to put weight forward. Otherwise, you're going to roll backward. So put the weight into that hand, let it balance you right on that hip bone, and then bring the legs up. Don't let the legs touch like mine were. Again, strong leg's going to help the weaker leg. And back down, up, right straight up on the sides, toes forward, and back down. So the legs are in alignment, same plane as the torso. Up, hold them up there as long as you can until you can really feel those muscles engage. Outside of the hip, going up in the outside of the core. If you can't find it, roll the shoulder blades back a little more. Straighten your body out. Look for ways, get the heels back a little farther to get all those muscles involved from the hips all the way up to the ribs. And back down. 2 more. Hold it. Last one, bring it up. Stay there. And back down. Arms and legs together. Use the hand, the lower hand, put it out in front of you, kind of at a diagonal, but more perpendicular to the body. Legs come up, shoulders come up, and back down. So all you're doing is contracting these muscles on the side to bring the torso up from the side. Squeeze, hold it, and back down. Both legs up. Should be getting into the glutes as well on this one. And back down. Couple more. Up. And back down. Last one. This is a great one for the inner thighs on that lower leg. Lift. Hold. Stay there. Get that shoulder blade down as deep as you can. And bring it back down again. Top leg up. Foot behind. Toe. Foot is parallel with the floor. You're leading with the heel. Concentrate on lifting that heel up. We're looking at the muscles on the inside of the thigh and that lower leg again. Up. And back down. Those adductor muscles, we don't get them enough. I don't hit them hard enough. And back down. Get it up there. Hold it up there. Feel that leg start to shake. And then let it come down. Hold for a count. Back up. Again, you want it to burn. You want that feeling that you don't want to do this. Right there. And then hold for 2 seconds before you come back down again one more time. Up. Hold. And back. Down. Top leg all by itself. Bring it up. As high as you can get it. Toe forward. And back down. Stretching out those inner thighs. Up. Toe stays forward. Body stays in alignment, and back down. Use that front hand so that you don't roll back on the butt cheek. You should not feel weight on the stomach or on the butt, just on that hip bone. Up. Outside of the hip. Keep a little bend in the knee. Bring it up. Lead with the heel. One more time. Down and up. And back down. Other side. Roll it on over. 2 legs, no waiting. Get them extended. Hand out in front so that you do not roll. Bring the legs up. Hold it. And back down. Feet apart. On that hip bone. Hopefully it doesn't hurt. Down and raise it up. Hold it. And back down. Don't let the legs touch the floor. Keep it out. Stay in there. And back down. First couple are easy, especially as much as it hurt on the other side. But after a while, you do about 3-4 of these, you should start feeling it outside of the thigh, glutes, outside of the hip, obliques on the outside of the core. Back down. 2 more. Up. Hold. And back down. Last one. Bring it up. Stay there. And back down. Hand. This is what we started with last time. Sorry. I got out of order. Reach. Hand underneath you only so that you keep that spine straight all the way up into the head. So don't let the head drop down. What usually happens is this. We bring it up and the ear to the shoulder. And you want that, squeeze that core in, not out. I pushed out with it. Up. Squeeze it. And back down. So concentrate. Close your eyes and think about those muscles on the outside of the core, lifting the torso right straight up. And back down. Again, this is one that gets done wrong a lot. Up. Squeeze. And back down. Exhale. Get all the air out of the lungs. 3 count. 2, 1. And down. 2 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down, last one. Up. 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. Legs up, arms up. Legs come up on the side. Reaching down with that arm at the same time. Getting almost from the knee to the ribs. And back down. Up. Squeeze it. Hold it. Feel those muscles out there. We fatigued them lower and upper individually. Now we're putting them together. They should really hurt. I mean, this should feel really intense. It shouldn't hurt. It should be intense. Up. Hold. And bring it up. Feet off the floor. Squeeze tight. Shoulder right up to the ceiling. Don't roll it down. Up. And back down. 2 more. Squeeze it. Hold it. And down. Last one. Up. Tight. Stay on that hip bone. It works a lot better. And back down. The minute you roll back on the butt, you engage different muscles. You start getting in the front of the hips. You're taking away from where you want it to be. All right. Top foot, top leg, foot behind, lower leg, bring it up. Working those inner thighs. Again, up. Lead with the heel. Don't let the toe come up. Keep the toe down. And back. Make sure you're in alignment here. That heel should be right in alignment. That leg with the torso. Heel to head. Up. On that hip bone. Hold it up there. Feel it fatigue. See if you can get just a little bit higher. And back down. 2 more. Up. Hold. And back down. 1 more. Bring it up. Squeeze it. Keep it up there. And release. Oh, top leg out. Little bend in the knees. Up. Toe forward. Leading with that heel, bring it up. Feel those glutes working on this one. If you don't feel the glutes working, get that heel back a little farther. So it might be a little forward. You want to get it back. Really get into those muscles in the butt to lift up. Farther back that heel gets, the more you're going to feel it. Stay on the hip bone. Up. Squeeze. Hold. And back down. Couple more. Bring it up. Tight. And back down. 1 more. Squeeze it. And bring it back down again on your backs. On your backs. Figure 4. Heel up on the knee. however you want to do it to get into the outside of that hip. So you go into a figure 4. Some people push down on the leg. I find that gets into my hip flexors. Don't like that. So I lift through the back or through that opposite leg, bringing it up. And that really isolates that for me. The other way is I go into an upright seated position. Shoulder blades are back, and that also hits it. Those two are my favorites for getting into that piriformis on the side of the hip, which we just kind of went crazy on those muscles. So let's stretch them out. Other side, same thing. Ankle up on the knee, leg out, and do whatever you need to do to hit the sides. Should go from the butt all the way into the outside of that hip. And drop it out on your front. We're going to go into a child's pose. Get down, reach out, walk those fingers out as far as you can get. Let the legs drop, knees apart so you can get a stretch on those inner thighs through the groin. And hands out, back down. Walk the fingers out a little more as you stretch. And bring it up into a downward dog. Push the butt up. Heels on the floor. Stretch out the calf muscles. Hold in there and go to standing. Up, up, up. Into a hip hinge. Butt out. Hamstrings. Push that butt back. Arms out front. Throw that butt back as far as you can. Get down to it as deep as you can as well. Feel the stretch. Back of the thighs. Roll the hips, bring it up overhead. Going to go into a reverse. Stretch it out. Weight into that back leg. And bring the hands down in front. Come into a hurdler's lunge. Back foot on the ball of the foot. And come right down in between, feeling those hip flexors and quadriceps stretch out on that back leg. Drop in and up. Other side, same thing, starting with the hands up overhead. Reaching back, weight shift into that back leg. Open up the chest, shoulders, core, all those core muscles, those abs. And then hands down in front. Drop right between. Feeling that stretch through the front leg, or through the front of the back leg. And up. One deep breath, just because it's like tradition. Down into a squat. Arms up overhead. Deep breath in. Through the nose, stomach out, and exhale, force it all out. We are done. Thank you guys. Have yourselves a wonderful weekend.